Hello. Hello. Good afternoon, guys. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, so once again, the same thing that I say every time. What do I say? Come in the front. Come in the front. Please come in the front. It gives more personal view and more personal feeling of speaking. Yeah. I'm talking about that. I can come and move your chair. I'm coming in 5 seconds. There is so much space around common here. Please come in the front. In the front. Okay. Yes. So today's topic, I can tell you one thing. This topic you will not find in the internet. It's a very unique topic. And I presented this many years back in one of the companies. And this is something that only experienced teaches. Right? See, some of you are highly experienced here in terms of numbers of years. Right? Some of you are seniors. Either you are senior or you have seen many years. Right? You have seen many years and you've got some experience. Out of experience, I made this topic and I'm presenting this to you, just out of experience, so that you don't do the same mistakes that I have done. We all do mistakes. In our journey of professional life, we all do mistakes. Nobody is, can say that I never made mistake, right? But with the changing economic scenario, with the changing number of people are switching jobs, people want to see a good career, we all end up doing some mistakes, right? Don't think that this session is intended with the sole motive to make sure that we stay in this company forever. Nobody thinks like that. If we inspire you here, you will stay here. If you fail in inspiring, you will anyway leave, right? It's a job as an employee, it's a job as an employee. It goes both ways. This session is about growing with the company. A resignation is a grave act, never performed by a right-minded man without foresight or with reserve. Great employer Salman, he has mentioned that. The resignation, you all know what is a resignation then. Yeah, I'm sure somewhere in the past, somewhere you did pass that letter out, right? So we're going to understand what does it mean for you, for the company, and how do we understand this, right? I want you to be very interactive. Please share your emotions or share your thoughts also. So the session actually works out good for us. Next clip. Narayan Murthy. Nobody knows Narayan Murthy. I'm sure you don't know Salman, but you know Narayan Murthy. What is he saying? He's saying our asset walk out of the door every evening. We have to make sure they come back the next morning. Right? Even Narayan Murthy is saying that when an employee leaves the company, it's an asset that is lost. For an IT consulting company, what do you think is the asset? Do you think these chairs are assets? Do you think this nice looking office is asset? Of course it's an asset, but the real asset is what? You. All the employees are the real assets, right? If you are walking out, that means we are losing the real assets. Right? Okay. Today we'll be discussing, job hopping is something that people think, okay, I'll change my job for my growth. We'll talk about it. Openly we'll talk about it. Next. Principles of a good employee. Whom should we call a good employee? Am I a good employee? I'll give you some way in which you can assess yourself. Right? Okay. Employers' efforts to stop attrition. What are we doing to, or what is management doing to stop attrition? You also should know that, because sometimes you are sitting in the hallway, you don't know what we are doing inside. What all things we are thinking for you, you should know. Click. Effect of job change on both the employee and the employer. Click. And what to introspect before making a decision to. What are those things that actually everybody should think before you make a decision to resign? Now, as I said in the beginning, don't look at this as a Lorhan training. It's a training, look at it like an experienced person as a well-wisher is coming and telling you what you should do. Because nobody told me, and I made some decisions which I regretted later. Right? So it's better that you know some criteria in your mind before you start thinking those things. Okay? Yeah, mistakes employee make while making resignations. Now there is a straight thing. I'm also not telling you how to design. That's not the main thing. Click. Yeah. Important points on how to move on with decisions that is made. Click. Somebody will do it. So this, as I said, it's a very sensitive topic. At the same time, it's a very bold topic that people don't talk much. I'm sure you will not find anywhere else, but it's needed that we should be trained in this also. It's not only a training of finding a job, but also being in a job, growing in the job, and when to leave the job. That also is a training is required because people go with simple, what do you call that, some emotional thought will come and will make a decision and then you suffer. Right? Let's go. Click. Okay, to lead a job change will not require. Click one. This is what is the requirement and what is the objective of the seminar. I always put it like that. So requirement is today's job market is more dynamic with many options. I can tell you 20 years ago, these many options were not there. These many companies were not there. These many types of roles also were not there. Right? So many roles also were not there. But now there is wide variety. Next, the attitude of job seeker is changing. The word loyalty doesn't have a meaning today. It has to be redefined. What does it mean by loyal? Right? And third, the negative attitude towards employment. We'll talk about what is the negative attitude towards employment that is growing day after day. So the objective of this seminar is to educate today's job seekers how their decision to move on can affect their lives. That is my objective. See, when you're making presentation to a customer or anywhere, these two things are very important. You should know what is the requirement for me to make the presentation and what am I trying to achieve from this presentation. Right? I'm just also teaching you a little bit of presentation skills. Your objective should be very clear. At the end of this meeting, in the next 1 hour or so, you will be very clear on how the decision is going to affect you. Whatever decision you make in your life, how is it going to affect you? That will be basically very clear. And second is to equip employees with an evaluation criteria in order to determine whether or not they should make a job change and when. When to make a job change and whether or not they should make one. Right? I'm going to give you some criteria. Is that good? Are you all interested for this topic? Yeah? How many expected this topic to be discussed today? All of you expected? No, right? So it's a very bold topic, guys. Let's speak out. Let's understand. As I said, my intention here is your growth, our growth, company's growth. Clear? Okay. How job change is used today? Number one. Okay, before we go back, yeah. You tell me, why do people change jobs? Be open. Package, yes. Growth, yes. Huh? Career growth, okay.
Learning.
More learning,
Yes.
yes. Toxic culture, rather a toxic boss. It all boils down to the immediate boss most of the time. Really? 70% of resignations, as per some HR records, are only due to the immediate boss. Nothing to do with company. You can be the best employer company in the world, but because of your immediate boss, you resign. Right? That we'll also discuss about it. What do you do in such cases? Right? Okay. So now here are some cases, unfortunately, in today's day and time. Okay? Number one, earn more money by hopping jobs. People think, okay, I'm getting 5 lakhs now. I think if I jump, instead of asking an appraisal, 10% raise, 20% raise, lineal not get, I'll switch a job, I'll get 7 lakhs. Right? And if switch a job within 1 year, that 7 can become 10 also. Right? And if the market is good, 10 can become 20 also. So a person who is in the same job has gone from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8. I have become 10 lakhs in 2 years. Right? Why should I go through 4 years? Why should I not just hop jobs and increase my salary? How many of you think about such thing? Come on, be truthful. Or your friends have thought like that. Right? Let's be open. Guys, I used to think like that. That's why I made this presentation. Right? Click. Show many brands on my belt. The more the companies I switch, there is Oracle, there is SAP, there is I don't know. There is a Cognizant, there is a Wipro, there is Infosys, there is a Lorhan, there is this, there is that. You want more brands in your resume. How many of you think like that? You don't think like that? It's good. I used to think like that. Consider it a mark of strength that one can join anytime, anywhere. Sometimes you feel that I'm staying in the same company, but if you keep switching, I feel that I'm a very strong person. Oh, there is a whole market for me, right? So the more number of switches, I feel that I'm so strong as a employee, as a skilled person. Click. Alternate, to shy away from work in project critical times. People have done this, I've seen that. In the most critical time, when the project is really going through a tough time, you think, why should I go through that go level now? 3 months of sleeplessness, 3 months of post-go, let me quit now, get into another job. People have done that. People shy away also. Okay. Plan to jump up the management ladder by switching jobs. Okay, I want to be a lead. You just became a lead in another company. You want to become a senior lead. Somebody gave an offer of project manager. I will become a project manager. Right? Within 2 years, you have gone from a lead to a project manager. People do that also by switching jobs. They ask for a different role. They ask for a different responsibility. Click. Initiated for change in job roles and responsibilities. Yeah, sometimes you just want to change your role and responsibility. You think that you're ready for it. Your superior doesn't think you're ready for it. You think that you're ready for it, and then you go for it. Can you bring it a little closer? You think I'm losing the signal. Just pick it up and bring it 10 feet down. Yeah, you can do this. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Last side statement of how one should reject so many companies. Right? So you resign and then you start getting offers from different companies and you start feeling, I can more offer than I was. Right? I have 2 offers, I have 3 offers. You just want to have those offers in hand and you feel nice about it. People do this also. Click. And treating organization like a bridge to walk between peaks of money. Just you're treating a company, so you can keep switching it and you can start increasing your salary. Right? Now these are how job change is used today. If I just put acronym to all that, what do you call such a person? Escapist. I'm telling you one thing, when you go into senior roles and when you interview a person, what we see in the resume is not your programming skills. We see whether you're an escapist. How many times you've done this job change? Not only about number of jobs, we see what kind of projects you've done. It's very easy to tell escapist. Spend 10 minutes, you know this fellow is escapist. Right? Okay. So you don't want to be an escapist. Many are becoming escapists in today's industry. Job hoppers advise the renewal. Now, these 2 advices, I have heard them personally from many of my friends. I'm sure you also would have heard. Number 1. What is the advice to professionals? See, here is the advice. Love your job and not your company, because you never know when your company will stop loving you. In the same lines, love yourself and your family needs more than the company needs. Companies can keep coming and going. Family will always remain the same. Make money for yourself first and simultaneously make money for the company, not the other way around. Have you heard this anywhere, please? You heard this? Come on, guys. I want you to be frank. Otherwise, your seminar will fun night. Right? You heard this, Taylor? Yeah? Company is not important. Family is important. Don't die for the company. Right? You heard this or no? Yes. Don't think about whether it's right or wrong. Did you hear this or no? Yes? Click. Next one. What is the biggest pain point with the companies? When a company does well, the CEO will address the entire company saying, well done guys, it is your company, keep up the hard work, I am with you. But when the slowdown happens, the company does not do so well, the same CEO will come and say, it is my company, and I have to save the company, you have to take a tough decision, including asking the people to go. So think about your financial stability first. When you get laid off, your kids will complain to you and not your boss. Have you thought like that? Do people say that? Now, both these thoughts, are they wrong? They are not wrong. You know they are not wrong. But you know what is wrong about it? If you start thinking like this, click. These advisors look very genuine, but they kill the spirit of employment. The whole spirit of being an employee is killed. See, they are not wrong. You have to think about your family. You have to think about, how to make money. You have to think about your plan B, plan C. But then, if you always keep thinking like that, would you want to give your loyalty to the company? No, you will not. The spirit of employment is lost when you start thinking like that. Guys, when we sit here, like Power or myself, or when we start thinking, we don't think about just a project or anything. We think, oh, so many more people will get jobs. So many more people will get promoted. So many new opportunities are coming. Our decision making is not thinking about just our families, it's about everybody's families. You understand? So if we start thinking, big deal, my family is taken care, I think my job is okay. Is that a spirit which will grow this company? And the same spirit, if it goes down the line, where employees are thinking that, big deal, boss, I'll take care of my family first. Of course, family is always first. But company is also family, Baba. You're getting money out of here. There's something called Vrutti Dharma. That whatever you do the best wherever you are. Right? But if you keep thinking, there are many people in the market who come and tell these things, you can hear it, but let it not go into your heart. It should not go and capture your consciousness. That big deal with the company and my family is important. That's true, but let it not go in your heart all the time. Do you all follow what I'm saying? This is just an advice by experience, I'm saying. I have seen some of my friends who thought like that, and I know where they are in their careers today. Right? Keep going. Principles of good employee. You can keep clicking. Consciousness, respectful, hospitable, some things are difficult to read from there, the color. Happy, presentable, polite, motivated, ambitious, curious, honest. Guys, all those great words. But the most important thing is respectful to each other. All this means everything in one place. Respectful to each other. Being polite to each other. Not being harsh to each other. Not being authoritative. Authoritative way doesn't work for too long. Right? So these all things are there. You can browse and you'll find. I'm not going to spend too much time on this slide. Keep going. Employers to recognize the employee needs. Now this is something that you should know how an employer thinks about you. Don't think, that, oh, there is only one way in which employers think about you. No. There are 4 ways. Number 1 is called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's very famous. Psychological. You all have 4 kinds of needs, guys. A lot of you don't even recognize that. But over a period of time, you recognize. When you start growing in age, right, from a fresher to a lead, to a project manager, to a delivery manager, to a vice president or a director or even a CEO, your needs are different. Right? The needs also keep changing. The first and the foremost need is psychological need. And what does it include? Provide ample breaks for lunch, pay good salaries and allow employees to buy life's essentials. Right? So this is psychological. When you all come here, don't you expect this? Karte hai na? Nobody's sitting on my head, nobody's sitting on my head. I'm getting enough number of breaks. I think I have a freeness also. And I'm getting enough salary that I can buy a latest branded car. Right? I also want to have a branded life. Is that right? Come on, this is there. So this is psychologically. But this is not the only need. It goes a little further. Which is what is a challenge for an employer. I'm discussing the reverse way around. You're all employees here. One day you should also go into the shoes of the employer. Then what you should think. I'm telling you so you can understand what we are thinking about you. Right? Click next one. Higher than that is the safety aspect. Right? Provide safety needs, provide work environment which is safe, related job security and freedom from threats. It's very important. Sometimes you get a good salary, but more important than job, job security, isn't it? Don't you want, if I tell you you will be getting 40 lakhs per annum, this new technology, you start working for it, with only one condition. Customer is not sure whether he will continue the contract. You can be removed any day. Would you be happy in such kind of a pay structure or such kind of a job? No. So one of the jobs as an employer is to give you the safety. Safety of work environment also. Where you work, is everything okay? Enough fire exits, good food, good environment, good air, right? Good water. That is basic. But another aspect is security, job security. Next. Social needs. That's also something that company looks forward from you. What is that? Generate a feeling of acceptance, belonging by reinforcing team dynamics. We have to create a company image that you are proud to go and tell others. Right? So today you are going and telling others, I work for Lorhan. Which company is that? Lorhan. Right? Now, some of you might feel uncomfortable saying, Wipro everybody knows. Oracle everybody knows. Lorhan nobody knows. Now, who is the brand ambassador to go and tell it to the world? You. You have to go and tell how nicely you are enjoying your life in Lorhan. How many parties you had, what kind of challenges you had, what kind of projects you are doing, right? What are you finding here? And it's also part of an employer's thing to make sure your social aspects, the social needs are also met. So what is the first one? Psychological needs. Second is safety. Third is social. What is the fourth one? Esteem. Esteem, pride. What is that? Recognize achievements, assign important projects, and provide status to make employees feel valued and appreciated. This is also something that even within the flow when you are there, are we recognizing your effort? When all these needs are taken care of, employee never leaves. I'm being very open. Psychological, safety, social, and esteem. When these four things are taken care, you actually feel that wherever you are, you are happy. Because all the four needs are taken care. You cannot remove even one of them. But a lot of the times, when people get into a decision of resignation, they don't think of these four things. They get bothered with only one thing. Right? They get just bothered with one thing. I think this is not meant for you. No. You have to think, I'm telling you the reverse way around. Employer is thinking like this. Even an employee should think, are my social needs met here? Are my safety needs met here? Are my psychological needs met here? And am I getting recognized? Am I getting enough challenges? You understand? All those things are very important for us to be happy in life. Happiness doesn't come with just money. Happiness doesn't come with just a pay package. Happiness doesn't come with an SMS that comes one day before. When I keep sending this family or one day before, the SMS comes, yeah. But that happiness only lasts for some time because another SMS will come, deduction of home loan. Right? There's so many things that will come, but that will not give you happiness that will last for too long. Right? Click. Yeah. Click. So unless all these needs are fulfilled, the employee will look for a change. How you can interpret between wherever you. Yeah. So I did a lot of research before coming with this presentation. It took me like 2 weeks to improvise it and all. So they wanted it to be more applicable for all of you. Click. Okay, attrition effects to the company. Before you click anything, what are the effects to the company? When you leave, company को difference होता है नहीं होता? Huh? What is it? What is it?
Training to new. Training to new employees.
Training to new employee. Yes. Again, getting new employee, training him. Next. Bas, itna hi. Come on, you can speak out. What comes to your mind? What is the effect to the company when you leave? No effect? I know you know, but keep going. Click. Effect on the team. Your team is affected. Number one. What is the effect? Demotivated, extra work to complete. Right? The moment you go, somebody has to do your work, right? It's not like the work goes into automated mode. Your team is affected first. Right? Next one, distracted with your offer. Yeah. So they also get distracted by your offer because you don't go like this. You tell them and go. Isn't it? It's a very wrong thing to do. Because The same company which has given, just paid you for all this long, while going, you are making sure it gets renewed. Should never do that. Right? You got something, but you don't have to discuss with others. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I got a better offer, I got a better challenge, I got a better role, but don't try to destroy the company because of your vengeance. People do that. So the team gets affected. Next. Effect on productivity. Of course, there is effect on productivity. Right? What way? Knowledge is lost. Right? The learning curve in transitions, again, somebody has to take up from there. Right? And slow decisions, people will take time to take decisions because you are very much in sync and suddenly you are gone. Somebody else will come, will not take decisions so fast, right? Because it doesn't have a past history of the client or the project. What else? Plans modified and delayed. This is a very important case. Don't think this is a simple points I'm saying here. Big projects get affected because of slow decisions. And there is no documentation on the planet which can replace a person. No matter you go with this methodology, this certification, that document, this requirement, that design, this script, whatever you write, at the end of the day, a person cannot be replaced. And when a person leaves, no matter how much documentation you make him do, but the effect is felt. How many agreements? Huh? That doesn't mean you should not document. You should document, but you should understand that a person is very important. Click. Effect on cost. What kind of cost? Click. Recruitment cost. Guys, it's not, don't think it's simple that you have to replace a person. There is a big recruitment cost involved of getting the right potential person. Sometimes 200% cost of the person you are using, depending on the role. New training cost, like I said, training cost, right? And first 90 days wrong decisions cost. That person is going to come and is not going to sync up. He's going to make some wrong decisions. So wrong decisions make wrong cost, more cost, right? All this is cost to the company. Click. And finally, effect on the revenue. Yes, of course. Customer relationship loss. Customer sees how happy the employees are. See, the other day when our customers came for the annual day, they felt very nice. What they felt very nice? We were all dancing, we were all happy, we were all together. Guys, that is very important for him to give the contract. That's very important. Customers evaluate the HR of the company, of the vendor, of how well they are taking care of the employees, especially for big turnkey contracts. You know what is a turnkey contract? 100 crores, 200 crores, when the whole department is being given to the vendor. If we want Lorhan to grow for big contracts, then stability is very important in the company. And that is evaluated by the customer. Third, lost opportunities cost, of course. When people go, and most, I'll tell you one more thing that people do, another big cost. Lot of times, when the employees leave, they create a problem with the customer also. The very customer for whom you work on behalf of Lorhan, right? Your vengeance on a company, you show it to the customer and go. And you tell some things to the customer which are not supposed to be told. This is internal to the company. You'll also tell that to the customer. You think customer will appreciate you speaking like that? At the outset, he might say, oh, very good, you're telling me a lot, you're a well-wisher, you're telling me a lot of things. But guys, within inside, he will never recruit you. He will never recruit you. Because he knows, if you have done this to one company, tomorrow you will do my company also. Back-talking, backstabbing, speaking ill about your own company in front of your customers, especially when you have customer-centric roles. When you go to one site, you're working with the customer will come and tell, hey, how much you're getting paid, I'll offer you better, why don't you join me only? I will speak. Then you start supporting him, and you say, okay, I think it is good. Guys, this will ultimately hit you back. It will ultimately hit you back. It's not going to work. Right? Even though you go on the customer side, suddenly from an employee you become a customer, but you're not going to last for too long because the whole intention there was not properly managed. Right? So these are all the costs of a company of an employee leaving. Any questions here, guys, or anybody wants to add anything? Okay, great. Experienced employee is the biggest asset of the company. We can rebuild the whole company when it is in trouble. No machine can build a company. Only employee can build a company, right? So that's how important the employees for a company. Job change effects on the employee. So what are the effects on the employees? How many of you know what all effects will go through when you do a job change? Instead of going with a company, you want to do a job change. But do you know what are the effects you will go through? Come on, tell me. There are no effects. Do you lose your friends?
Employee relationship.
Huh? Come on, I want you to speak up, guys, What are the effects when you lose or when you change a job?
Hard to make a personal relationship.
Again, right? Hard to make here. Everybody knows Komal. Then she'll walk into the office, nobody knows Komal. Okay, where I have to start now? Isn't it? It's a big difference. Right? What else? What other effects? One is personal relationships.
Adjusting to new process and
Adjusting to new process. Not easy, guys. Not easy. Don't think that everybody can adjust to every process. There are some psychic companies where the process is like for psychos. I'm telling you, they exist. I once worked for a company. I joined there. Within few months, I understood I don't fit here because my way of working is different. It is different. I like to finish things then and there. But they like to delay things. They like to sleep on it. They put so many gates in between. I can't work here. Chota kaam ke liye I wait for 3 months and keep sending reports. I don't want to work here. Right? I don't want to name. It's one of the big companies. 2 alphabet abbreviation. You go crazy. People don't suit there. Only certain kind of people suit there. Right? Next, what other effects you have by changing a job? Come on.
Challenges.
Huh?
Management observing management observing.
You have to observe the management, new management, पता नहीं अब कौन सा, अब कैसा, what kind of a person I have to deal with. I just left one idiot, another idiot. Like you say, you don't know what you're going to deal with. You don't know. Okay. That's all. So do you know how you are being influenced to it? Do you know who else people influence you? How many people influence you to quit the job? So on a fun side. Huh?
Some of my relatives.
Relatives also there, right? क्या कर रही है इतने दिनों से ये?
For 4 years.
So guys, I made a cartoon. I only drew this cartoon. So how many people influence you? My wife. You are too good. Fight with your boss and get more money. Huh? Next, neighbor. Actually, you should change your job. How long will you work with the same company? Neighbor is also telling for no reason. Right? Parents. Your cousin is earning more than you. What's wrong with? Huh? All you need to do is go abroad. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Colleague, boss, you don't recognize. Boss, you don't. Boss, your colleague is telling, boss doesn't recognize your hard work. Speak to HR. Your colleague is telling. Your boss is telling. Your boss also will contribute. You should add value to the organization and be competitive. ये समझ नहीं रहा है, I'll quit the company. Next. Neighbor's wife also will tell. Okay? You can ask my husband how to get promotions in the HR department. Right? So children will tell. Children also will tell. What is it? Dad, when can you buy a new big car like my friend's father? Right? Housemaid also will tell. Kambali also will tell. What she will tell? Sir, my salary is increased in the neighbor's house. When will you get promoted and you pay me more? Right? Your uncle also will tell. Go abroad and earn. Do you have uncles like that? Go abroad. Every marriage they will meet you. He just know right? Go. Andhra Pradesh period. Right? Actually, there is a small ant here. Even ant can tell something. So many people are there to influence us to change the job. How many agree with this? Huh? You all agree? I'm sure you are facing this people. Click. Job changes affect on the employees. Click. Relocation of family possibility is there. You might have to leave the old damn house itself. It's not easy. When you're settled nicely, happiness, good friends, good society, you think that okay, he has given me a job in Hyderabad, okay, but he'll tell I'm closing this branch, we are going to Bombay. He close this up. You don't know where your future is going to be. It might lead in not only a job change, but also whole social life change. Going away from family also. Right? Okay. Settlement in the new job, of course, it's not easy. Okay. All previous investment of relationship is lost. See, when you work in a company for a certain period of time, people understand your skills. People understand your mentality also. See, one of the days, for example, I am working with this team of 5 people. I know one of them is a little moody fellow. He is a very good helper. वो करता है काम, वो करेगा तो खत्म करेगा. But that fellow is a little moody. I know that he is moody. And in a meeting, he will tell, boss, क्या? नहीं होगा boss. ये अच्छा mood है इसका. बाद में take him for a tea, he'll agree. Right? You know that dynamic. You know that dynamic. Right? How will others know the dynamic of yours? You'll go to this new company and tell, no, नहीं होगा तो निकल यहाँ से. Right? Nobody has a patience. Problem is nobody has a patience to understand what you are. But you develop that relationship, guys. Relationship is business. Relationship is money. Customers, they stay with us not because of just delivery, assurance and relationship. I'm sure the BDs here will understand what I'm speaking. Right? It's always not about money, it's about relationships. And whatever relationship you have developed, all that will be lost when you leave to the new company. Whatever brand you call it. See, say for example, you join a big company. Are you going to sit with 10,000 employees every day and look at all 10,000 like this? Huh? You join a big company, big massive company, they have 1 lakh employees. Right? Oh, I've joined this big company with 1 lakh. Are you going to see all the 1 lakh people every day? Will all the 1 lakh people see you? Whichever company you go, ultimately your team is going to be this size. Whether you're in a big company or whether you're in a small company. All that matters is what kind of team in which I am. What kind of immediate manager I am working with. Right? What kind of colleagues, what kind of subordinates they have. Your team ultimately boils down to 30, 40 people. That's it. That includes even HR. That includes even support staff. Maximum people you interact with, you go and ask your friends who are working in big companies. Right? And it's a big company in terms of number of employees. Go and ask them, how many people do you know in your company? Go and ask them. You can literally write it down. 30, 35. So how does this matter? Don't look at a company, the size of the company, look for the right team. Look for the right environment, look for the right encouragement, look for the right recognition. Right? But you lose all that when you switch a company. Click. Next. Work hard again to prove your capabilities. Again, you have to work hard. You can't go and tell your past glories. Huh? That I have done all this many times. I can do it. Do it now. Don't talk all those things. First do it. And do it how many times? Do it so many number of times until they gain confidence in you. Don't think your resume alone gives confidence. Actual action gives confidence. Right? Click. Unknown people. You don't know whom you're working with. I know that you know your team, right? You know your team very well. Is there any psycho in the team?
What were you looking at?
Is there any cranky fellow in the team? You know that, right? You know. Right? But I'm telling you, today is day and time. You don't know what kind of people you're working with. So every time you change your team, it's equal to changing your family. In your family, you know who are there. Are you agreeing or no? Same way, team guys, you should look at it very closely. Your team is ultimately going to save you. Your team is like a family, and you know which person is going to help you in what time. Right? For example, one day I fall sick. I can bank on this person because I know him. So much you have built together, and over a period of time, you worked on 5 projects in Lorhan. You know this side also, that side also, them also, him also. After 5 years, you know so many. And there are so many to help you when you are in need because you know them personally. All that will be lost. You see how big a problem it is when you go to the office. These things you don't see actually. All you see is the offer letter, all you see is a new building, all you see is okay, I've got a new and now right? All that you get a new card, new logo, but a lot of things go behind it. Right? Click. Anxiety is around relieving and joining process. You think it's easy to get out of the job and joining the job? No, notice period, this contract, this employment agreement, right? And after going there, your IDs are created, job verification, some checkup happened, something happened, right? So many relieving and joining. Right? New work environment may not be right fit for you. I already talked about it. It may not be right fit for you. Right? What's promised might be different from what's given. होता है नहीं होता है और you told me all these things in 2 weeks you are like I am not doing that your job it can also happen right now you know what you are doing but tomorrow you may or may not know what you will be doing there are a lot of people who left a job joined another job and they left it immediately that doesn't come in your resume you will hide it. There are many people who join other companies, they hide it in the resumes. Because they could not, they were cheated. Ravi is laughing. I think he can share a lot of things. There are a lot of resumes like that. You see hidden periods in between. तो क्या करते हैं? वो तिरुपति गया होता है. Difficult to manage as 70% of the cause of attrition is, right? And you don't want to be a manager. If you're a manager here, this slide for you. Click. Paternalistic, getting involved in employees' personal and family problems. Some people don't like it. Right? They go far, too far. Next. Too authoritative. You know what it is. Click. Micromanagement. Too much micromanagement. No trust only. Literally you say, do it and then come and stand. Sir, chesturu sir, right? And no cushion given. Absolutely no cushion given, right? Click. Lack of accountability, right? Meaning you pass on the work to others. Your boss, his boss will shout at him, immediately he'll shout at him. These things happen. People leave because when you see your manager is not talking for you. One great example is Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam's boss was Satish Dhawan. How many people have heard a name called Satish Dhawan? Very less number of people. When Abdul Kalam built the first, whatever he built, rocket, right? Missile rocket, and it failed. That time Satish Dhawan said, you all stay, I'm going to talk to the press. He kept the entire team behind. He went and spoke to the press. He took the full accountability. That it's my decision. I have done mistakes. I will pay the price. Government will keep me or remove me. You can see the TV interview. Satish Dhawan interview. But when it passed, it was a big success with the amount of investment that India puts into all these things in those days. It was a miracle to pass. And when it passed, and Abdul Kalam himself went and told Satish ji, come on, let's go. He said, you all go and talk. You talk to the press. Because it's successful now. You all did it. I'm very happy that you went. The press conference, Satish Dhawan was one there. He made his employees speak. And this was revealed by whom? By Abdul Kalam when he became a president. He said, you think I am a hero? I had a great hero in my life. Right? So there are a lot. Being a manager, you should take that accountability. Never pass the work down. Yes, you might get beatings, but ultimately who is accountable? You. But when you work work in a toxic environment where you don't feel that accountability, when you don't take that accountability, then the employees will not stay. Every time, every time it's being showered onto your back, it's not going to be easy. Okay? Favoritism. Obviously, nobody likes favoritism, right? I like this person. I like this person because he comes from the same village. Huh? I like this person because he's a South Indian or he's a North Indian. I like this person because we have a good rapport. Doesn't work like that. People leave because of that also. Okay? Misplaced assertiveness. You don't know how to assert your work. And obviously the kind of allocation you do, that will also doesn't know whether he can do it or not. Okay, it's very important to say no when a no has to be told. Right? If you cannot do a certain thing in a certain period of time, better be assertive and tell it openly. And then ask for a better solution or prioritization. Than saying yes, just move your head and then throw it on your team, say you deal with it, and finally when it fails, you say that it was never possible. So these kind of work environment makes people leave. Right? Managers, especially managers. Okay, signs of disagreement by employees. What are the signs of disagreement by employees? How to identify a fellow who is planning to quit? Is it possible to see? Can you tell me if you? ये नहीं बोलेंगे, बोलेंगे पूरा सीक्रेट पता है. But one thing you can identify it.
You get early warnings about the behavior changes.
Behavioral changes, yes.
Different aspects.
Click. Frequent tiredness, absenteeism. बार absent कर रहा हूँ, नहीं आ रहा है बार. इसका मतलब जेंडर निकलने वाला है. Very good. Next. Diminishing productivity equality. ज़्यादा tickets नहीं होगा. One ticket per day. Half. Slacking off the work and taking long breaks. लंबा break. तो बंदा फ्लैग निकालने वाला है. Next. Sudden changes in the mode of work. काम करते हैं मेरे मूड नहीं है, मेरे मूड नहीं है. जनरल निकालने वाला. Next. Sudden disrespect for superiors in company. कहते हैं yes sir, अंत भवन sir, yes sir. Sudden change. Sudden change. Next. Click. Change of attitude towards team and co-workers. क्यों है मीटिंग? ये मीटिंग में बैठा हो बस, हौसला ले. Yes, every day you have a meeting. What is the point of this meeting? What is happening in the meeting? Meeting. Now then, ticket निकालने वाला. Candidate आलोचित. Gossiping and rumor mongering. When in gossiping. तो भाई कैसे हो? काय को काम करो भाई? You think, we guys don't see. We don't have eyes. You think he doesn't have eyes? We see all the things. We know what's happening, right? Because, of course, the experience talks. Don't be in the illusion that people are not looking at you. Every single person here is being watched. Whether it's a small company or a big company. Your team size is what? The 30-40. 30-40 people know what's happening with you. Some things cannot be hidden. Don't allow your mind to control before you are deciding. Very important. Your mind will keep telling a lot of things. Before you decide with intelligence, don't allow your mind to decide. A lot of people, whatever comes to their mind, they'll do. They'll go and decide. Don't do that. Let the intelligence work. Let the intelligence, put the intelligence into play. Right? Mind will keep telling every day. Little fight happened, little argument happened, Mind will tell that. But hold on, wait a second. That's not the conclusion. Right? Take a long breath, think about it. Okay, sincerely introspect on what you are choosing as is very important. It's something very, very important. You will not know what you want to become in life. Your employer will not tell you. If you are thinking to quit and you don't know why you're quitting, you're the most sorry state. Right? Am I running from something or am I aiming towards something? Very important question you should ask. Am I running from this company or am I actually aiming for something and going from it? A lot of people don't ask this question. They just want to run. Right? Do you clearly know what you want before expecting it from others? You're going into the room. You want to knock, sir, I want to go. What sir? I've not thought about it, where I want to go, what I want to do. Right? You should be very clear why you are going, where you are going, how you are going, when you are going. All these things should be very, very clear in your mind. A lot of times people don't have that impulsive reaction. You went through some frustration, khatam. End the matter there. Okay. Not all promises are fulfilled, even after a job change. Are you prepared for it? Is second marriage better than first marriage? Huh? I don't know who has experience here, but I have my friends who told it is worse than the first marriage. It is worse than the first marriage because the expectations have increased even more. Right? The amount of success in the third marriage is lesser than second, is lesser than the first. It's always there. You can go and browse. Right? So when you are leaving a company with a certain ground, don't think that all those grounds will fulfill the next company. Right? Married people will understand this. Like,
What happened to them?
okay. There are career benefits of loyalty as well as which you will miss if you make too many moves. Guys, when you are loyal, when you are going with the company, you can't imagine the kind of growth you get. Loyalty is the asset that you will give to yourself, that you give to others. Company goes to ups and downs. Guys. Every company goes to ups and downs. Right? There are some companies which have a greatest of the time, all contracts are being won, it is growing multi-fold. Right now, what is happening in Paytm? Guys, it was on the rock, it was rocking, right? Now it is shaking. But the employees will stick on with it, guys, I'm telling you this. The employees will stick on with this thick and thin, who are standing with that employer saying, guys, sir, I'm there, don't worry, we are there. We know you can crack it. They are going to become the next CEOs and CIOs. You have to be with the company and go with it. Not every day. Not every appraisal will be shining. Not every year will be shining. But if you stick on and you show your loyalty, you will get the opportunities which will not be given to any stranger. How many agree with this? Yes, that is how the world grows. You can't grow by switching roles. You can't go by switching roles, switching jobs. You stay there, show your loyalty, and when the right opportunity comes, you are the first person to be selected. Without any debate, without any interview. Click. Stress is lesser in staying with the employer for long, as there is no gap between what they expect and what you can deliver. Most of the people who are here for some years, does your boss know how much you earn? So the expectation is also clear. Expectation is also clear. And that's a very, very important thing. It's a very, very important thing. Click. We'll go quickly now. A professional relationship is two ways. It's not just your employer to make it work. Don't think we have to do 1,000 things to keep you here. Doesn't work like that. You also have to do 1,000 things to stay here. It's a win-win both ways. My employer is not taking care of me. Right? It doesn't work like that. Employer will also take care. You also have to do your part. If you don't have corporate skills, don't blame the employer for opinion he carries. What is corporate skills? Corporate skills means ability to speak, ability to communicate, ability to adjust, ability to assess. Right? So many things. You have to grow those skills, guys. You can't keep telling, sorry, you know you got done growth right level. It's not because you're not improving your corporate skills. Okay, how many of you, even 1% in your mind are thinking, by next year or another by few months, you're going to do a similar seminar standing here like me. Yeah? Guys, that is very important. Very important.
Can you ask that question one more time? I want to see what people stand up. I know which one, what are those. Can you ask that question one more time?
The question is how many of you are thinking that in a year's time or whatever time that you keep yourself, you want to come here and do a similar seminar here, standing here in front of everyone.
Stand up guys. Who are the heroes that will do that next year?
Don't feel peer pressure. Don't wait because he's looking at it. Really, you should mean it. Guys, that is the improvement. That is the improvement. And he is going to look at all of you and let me tell you, you don't have to do your career planning anymore. He will do your career planning. That is what we want to see. Whom should we put our efforts on? Thank you guys, And others who did not stand up, don't think you're not stood up. I'm sure you have your own plans. But if you don't plan your growth, then how can we plan this? How can any employer satisfy you? Right? I want to be like a lame duck, sitting in the same place, doing the same thing, and expect my salary to increase. And expect my role to increase. And expect, I should have the best lifestyle, best corporate. It's not going to work. You will frustrate yourself, or, you'll frustrate your employer. There is one friend of mine. He is into a lot of social work. He is very happy with what he gets. Now it's a very rare thing with him. Okay? He lives in Madinapura. He's a very good friend of mine. He goes and tells his boss, I love my life after the work time, and I also am happy with what you are giving me. I'm not expecting any big growth here. I will do the work that you asked me to do. I'm not expecting any promotion. But I will be loyal to whatever you give me, the same place. I'm a developer, I will be a developer. 20 years after also, I will be a developer. I will be upgrading my technology. I'm not expecting big growth, big responsibilities. Guys, I'll tell you, the guy is very intelligent to put that forward very clearly. And the boss also have been an and he's not unproductive. He's very clear on what he wants to do. Let me put it. He's very clear because he thinks 8 hours of work and remaining 8 hours are for my other things that I do. That's very important for me. Put the expectation very clearly, guys. But if he doesn't tell that to the boss, if he doesn't have that kind of expectation setting, he'll be such a burden to the company. Right? In the same way, if you want to grow in this company or any company, make it big. I want to make it big. Next 5 years, I want to make it big. Right? And I have this plan. Can you tell me whether it will work? I want to do this, I want to do that. Express it out. So your boss also knows, okay, this fellow, I have to think about big things. Right? Your disposition, your planning will empower you. But your dullness and your lack of ability to communicate will remove all the image that you carry. It's all in our hands, what we want to do. Sometimes we go through some personal challenges, health problem, family problem. That this part of the time, I am going to do what I can. And then, okay, this fellow knows, he knows. Right? There is a understanding. I'm not telling go come and tell your colleagues, all your colleagues, that's not, but set an expectation. If you want to grow, don't be frustrated tomorrow. I'm not getting good salary. Right? You're not getting because that's what you did. What are you expecting? Right? Appraisal, guys, happens throughout the year. It's not the end of the year. What you have done throughout the year will count. Right? We'll have another session on how to prepare for appraisal. Right? I'll do that session sometime later. How to prepare mentally. What are you expecting? What to do? How do you grow by putting appraisal one after the other? Right? Like we expect the employer to keep providing new challenges and projects, employer also expects to scale up the training in new areas. Then we also expect you to train yourself. How many of you would want to come and surprise us that you finish this training? Or you want to just sit there and say, "Mera to chal raha hai na?" Right? You surprise us, we'll surprise you. You surprise us, we'll surprise you. It always works like that. Okay. To stop job change is to really recognize what you want. If you don't know what you want, then I don't think I can stop any attrition. If your attrition here goes to 20%, 30%, and then I have an exit interview with all of you and ask, why are you changing? I don't know. I'm changing because some good pay, some good offer. Change. I talk about what is good and bad attrition. If you are quitting because of our unrealistic expectations, then you will suffer. Right? Unrealistic expectations are not good. Yeah. So true self-evaluation before decision is to be made to move on. This is one of the last steps. What is the self-evaluation? Before you make the decision, what are the things you have to self-evaluate? Growing with the company or leaving the company? There are some of the most common reasons which lead an employee to job change. Yeah. Self-motivation, personal development, organizational relationship, market influences. These reasons are there for you to do a job change. These men, let's take one at a time. Self-motivation. You lack passion, there is no motivation for you to start in the morning. Self-motivation aspects, right? Stressed out at work, your qualification, your skills are not being tapped, your skills are not being, you're not self-motivated. Second, a personal level, location is a problem, right? Coming here is a problem, or having a financial obligation, I have to suddenly earn, or personal health challenges, or changing the career track, morals, organizational business morals are not matching, that's personal. Development, no training and development plan, right? You're not finding any development in the company, right? Etc. You pay scales and performances down, organizational, company sinking, sometimes people live because company sinking. Like I just told BT as an example, right? Many companies, companies going to top 10 I'll leave, right? Or corporate culture is not matching, work-life balance is not happening, right? Organizational goals seem to be not very clearly placed, or they're not even moral sometimes. Organization has remained status quo for the last 3 years, it has not changed at all. The company is that much only. That also one might choose. Relationships, you dislike your team, you don't trust the people at work, no one is valuing your ideas, right? Or verbal abuse or sexual harassment is happening. Or everyone seems to be updating the CVs. Everybody is updating CVs now about me. Right? Market influences. So customer base is moving, new opportunities are coming, new technologies are coming. These are all different reasons, guys. These are all made. Why am I showing you all these reasons? You should also know where do I fit. What is affecting me? Even right now, if something is going through your mind, what is the reason? Are you able to map the reason? Just look at the board, guys, 30 seconds. Which is the reason that is making you uncomfortable being in a company? Should be very clear. Otherwise, your mind will take you in different directions. Click. If this slide is interesting you, means you are thinking for a job change. So I just looked at everyone who was looking at the slide. I said, actually, move the slide back. Yeah, boring is your next. Right? That is how you know. I said, what am I looking for? Click. Okay, employers also will do their part to retain you. Click. Check if your employer is doing these things, guys, frankly. Right? It's assessment for me also, but as a management, assessment for all the managers also. Are we doing this? Keep. Detailed analysis of attrition. Are we doing detailed analysis of attrition? Why are people leaving? I have to do that. If I don't do that, then I'll never know why people are leaving. Maybe there is one psychic manager who is destroying the whole one side of the floor. And I will never know why people on that side of the floor are always leaving. You know what I'm saying? Click. Employee satisfaction surveys. We should conduct that. Right? It's very important. We should know how well are you placed. Are you happy with what you have? Click. Effective onboarding. Are we orienting you enough once you come into the team? Click. Constant training and development. Are you doing these trainings? Why a Friday evening has to happen? Why can't Friday evening be another Friday evening? It's not about birthday cakes, guys. It matters that we help you develop yourself. You have to become a better person. Not only at work, not only at customers, even at your own self-esteem. I have been in this company for 3 years, what did I improve? Should feel that, value add. Equitable differentiation. Yes, are we giving enough scope to identify your skills? Career advancement opportunities. Are we providing? Every time you see the tech that Pawan shows you, so 5 people have gone to other countries, my target 20 people have to go. Why is he showing that case? He wants one of you to be in those 20? Yes. He's showing you opportunities. Are you being shown opportunities in this company? I'll not ask yes or no, but it's very important. Interpersonal skill coaching, soft skill coaching is very important. Guys, whatever skill you have, ultimately, if you're not presentable in front of a customer, it's very useless. Right? Don't think soft skill means English. I know people I've seen my friends in America who don't have good English speaking skills, but their communication is very good. Communication, English speaking, they are different ways, two different things. Communication is just not about speaking. Communication is about understanding others. It's trying to go and being approachable. The customer feels, I want this fellow. There is a friend of mine, his accent is so Telugu accent that no normal fellow will understand what he's speaking in English. And he has grown up to a director in Cisco. Even now he's like that only. Right? He speaks Telugu, he sometimes speaks Teluguish, whatever you call it. And Americans are very happy with him because he's trustworthy, because he's loyal, and he's very open. He can explain. No, it's a lot more, right? We have to improve in those fun and collaboration. Guys, are you having fun here in the company? Right? Whatever opportunity, I can say that one thing, I tell one thing. I have not seen a company in my career so far with so many outings and so many, parties or so many ways in which you are going out. It's not. You are in a rare atmosphere. Let me remind you. You are in a rare atmosphere. Right? Perform exit interviews. Yes, we should know why you are leaving, especially for experienced employees who contributed a lot. We have to have exit interviews so we know how can we not make it happen again. Click and tracking preventive action. Now I'm going to show something here, guys. Click. Where do you fit yourself in the attrition? Now it's very important that you should know. Click. Good attrition. There's something called good attrition. Click. What does it mean? Less productive employees leaving. It's a good attrition. Somebody is not working here and he is going, it's a good attrition. In a way, it's a good attrition that it's not affecting me, is a less productive employee. Click. Bad attrition. What is bad attrition? Click. High performers are leaving. That's a bad attrition for somebody. Right? Click. Market driven attrition. What is market driven attrition? Whole thing is changing the market. Click. Influence the market changes that you can't do anything much. You can't do anything much. Click. Workload or stress driven attrition. Click. Low bandwidth of employees. Click once more. Process driven attrition. Organizational process. Organizational process changes, people leave. Right? What? Most important thing that we want to see, these two things should not happen. Other things will keep happening. It's out of control. Sometimes we change our process, sometimes we want to do certain things in a different way. People can't adjust to that, they can't help it. Like only you can't help it. But these two things should not happen. High performance living, and it is putting too much stress on some part of the people that they are not able to take it anymore. Right? Okay, mistakes that people do while resigning, keep clicking. Not giving enough proper notice. Right? This also you should know what mistake you should not do. Right? Click. Not resigning to the right person. Instead of telling your boss you're resigning, you're telling the whole floor you're resigning. Right? You should know what's going on. Don't try to fear monger people. It's very important. Guys, if you leave the company, I wish you all the best. But if you damage the whole floor and go, you will be remembered for a long time, for wrong reasons. And guys, world is very small. We are all linked in. We are all linked in, right? Click. Bad mouthing, right? You want to live on a high note. You want to make sure that you abuse everybody on the floor and go. Click. Not doing it in person, right? Sending a WhatsApp message, I resigned. Well, it's very important. Treat your other people like people. Go and talk to them, whatever is the problem. Click. Not transitioning your work appropriately, failing to employment agreement. These are very important things. If you really have to leave this, to whatever reason, locational reason, whatever, you should feel that, my project should not get affected. I'm preparing the documentation in that way, and I'm informing that, I think for whatever reason I have to leave, so let me prepare this. These are important things. I'm not preparing you to leave, but I'm telling you what are the traits of, living in a nice way, so you create an image wherever you go. Click. Not putting it in writing, click. Being unprepared, you don't know another job where is it lined up. Guys, lot of people did this. In an emotion they resign and they fall into so many financial problems. Recently one of my friends did it. He's a director in a company. Some argument happened. He carried it for too long and at one point he resigned. Go ahead with you. Last 4.5 months, he is not finding another job. He has a home loan, he has a vehicle loan, he has a mobile loan, he has all loans all over his head. Right? And he has children who are going to college. We should be very, very clear why we are doing what we are doing. Don't go by emotion, sudden emotions. Click. You're almost there, please. Last time. Expecting a counter offer. Don't resign to get another counter offer. That's the last thing you want to do on this floor. Resign just next time. People do that. And let me tell you, even if you're getting a counter offer, you're already targeted to be shot out. Management might give you a counter offer to stop you. Genuine reasons are different things. I'm not talking about all reasons. But that should not be your intention. If I leave, my pay will go. You might be said, Tata, go. Guys, everybody is business over here. And then, of course, there is a loss to the company. I showed you in the slide how much the company gets affected. Lot. But don't be in the assumption that, how I get a counter offer that I've seen. No, that should not be your intent. Be impulsive. If you're angry or otherwise emotional, take some time out. Cool down. You just had an argument. Your boss also did not understand. I leave this company. It doesn't work like that. Right? There's a lot more to think. So, mistakes that people, how many of you have seen people making this kind of mistakes, guys? You've seen in your life? Yeah? You see? Only our experience, guys. All things are laid out on your experience. We have seen people doing these things. How to resign when the final decision has to be made. There are good and bad ways to resign. What are good and bad ways? To resign, the right way is positive, prepared, and planned. I'm telling this slide not to encourage you to resign, but I'm going to tell you something that will stop you from resigning. Right? Number one, do one-on-one with your boss. Hey, you do this first one. Frankly, with your first one, right? And don't think your immediate boss is Lorhan. Your immediate boss is not Lorhan. Your immediate boss is your immediate boss. Lorhan is a much bigger company. I am sitting in that room. Swati is sitting in that room. There is another senior person on the floor. Speak out. Go tell there is a problem. I am going through some problem. This person is not understanding. Right? Sometimes your immediate person is also not able to understand. He is a good guy, but he is not able to understand. If you have this one-on-one, proper one-on-one, lot of problems will be resolved. Impulsively taking a decision because everybody is going on, last year also no increment, this also, you are not seeing all the things that are important apart from pay. Right? I showed you that slide. All the things that are important. You should remember those things. Job, Staying in the job, growing with the company, long-term growth, everything matters. Family situation, team situation, location. Who wants to resign and go and work in Shankarpalli? Right? Think about it, guys. I'm telling you, it might also lead you there. So there are a lot of factors we should look at. Right? Click. Do not fear going to the boss. If you have a problem, don't have to fear. Next. A brief press resignation letter is enough. You don't have to write, I'm thanking the whole world because I'm doing this. You're targeted to make the boss cry. Not because you've written, because it's so long. Huh? Click. Leave behind a air of positivity. As when you're leaving, it should be positive change. For you also, for the company also. Lot of things. Click. Know why you are leaving. You should know why you are leaving, not others. You should know. Click. Don't get personal with anyone before leaving. Click. Never walk out. Never walk out. It's not good for you. I'm done. Film style. Guntur Karam. Just walking like my outside the hall. Nobody will care where you walk, what you walk. You will suffer. Never do that thing. Impulsive walking out. Click. Check company policy. Notice that everything you should know. Not only here, next company also. Click. Opt for exit interview. You want to talk to people before you go. Don't carry that burden. Guys, if you carry anger towards anybody, who will suffer more? That other person or you? You know you suffer. It's like holding a coal, burning coal in your hand. I want to throw this on that fellow. But before you throw your hand over, right? It's better speak it out. It's better speak it out. Click. Do it with minimum fuss. Minimum fuss. Nobody on the floor cares if you're resigning. You don't have to be, like I told before also. Everybody knows except your boss that you're resigning. Don't do that thing. Click. Build your contacts for getting the next job, of course. Remove personal items from your things. These are all clerical things. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Maintain calmness, circumstances. Wrap up and hand over your work. Very important. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Then will work. Yeah. Stop it. Yeah. A counter offer will do more. No, don't think of all those things. Keep going. Never talk bad about your previous employer. There's never do that. Right? Because ultimately you are spoiling your own resume of the employer. You understand? If you're going to badmouth, it's not going to be good for anyone. And prepare for the next interview, of course. So guys, these are the ways. Nobody will teach you guys, I'm telling you. These things, have you attended a session like this one? I don't think I was fortunate to attend. With experience, with a little wisdom, I'm telling you all how you should lead a good professional life. Wherever you are. How to make decisions. Okay, we're done. So there is a summary, what did we discuss today? Click. Job hopper is never the first choice of recruitment. He is not. Right? And can we find out a job hopper? Easily we can find out who is hopping jobs. Easily we can find it. Right? Click. Ask yourself principles of a good employee. You should know whether you're a good employee or not. Right? I know you can't see it here, but I kind of read it here. You should be the best of the person who respects everybody, polite with everyone. Right? Those qualities have to be shown. Okay? And check your future intentions before quitting. Guys, you should know why you are quitting. Self-motivational? Is that the reason? Is it a personal reason? Developmental reason? Organizational reason? Relationships on the floor reason? Or market reason? Do this analysis. And first choice is grow with the company. Nothing like it. You stay here for a period of time, setting the right expectation with your superiors, you will grow. Company will grow, you will also grow. But if you simply keep hopping, saying, 3 saal ho gaya, same floor, no, it's not working. I think my friends have grown a lot by resigning. Right? If you see the top management of the companies, the top management of the companies, then in Wipro, there is a person called Banu. I forgot the full name. I worked in Wipro. 30 years. He's second to Azim Premji. 30 years in Wipro. And Azim Premji will never leave him. It's not like he can't get another person. He can get, but they will never leave such people. Because there is a lot of trust and relationship that comes on the floor. Similar thing is even in Infosys case. Narayan Murthy, how long is in Infosys? Forever. Right? These are the people who have grown up in careers. How long has Sundar Pichai been in Google? Long time, right? That is the reason he reached that spot. Don't think that Google will go outside and tell Ravi to recruit a CEO. CEOs are not recruited, they are brought from within. If you want to go to the top positions, if you want to kind of experience those kind of roles, you have to stick to the company. If you keep hopping around, you'll never get a role. You'll always be a dispensable person. I need a project manager, get that fellow, throw him out when it's done. You know what I'm saying? But if your project manager sticks on with the company for a long time, then he'll become program manager, from there he'll become delivery manager, client partner, vertical head, whatever. That's when it happens. Click. Never be escapist using a job hopper as a tool. Value your job to quit unless it is the last option. Should be the last option is, like पूरा कर लिया, बात कर लिया, ये कर लिया, वो कर लिया, सब हो गया. And all those people who influence you, remember that picture? Right? You're not influenced by your uncle, you're not influenced by a neighbor, neighbor's wife. At least 7 ways you should not get influenced. Right? Quick. Be clear on your life goals and don't get influenced by allurements of market and society. Guys, market keeps changing. Society keeps changing. Don't be allured by that. First of all, are you satisfied with whatever you're doing? Does it motivate you to do more on the floor? If you're able to find these 2 things, you'll be happy. And a person who is happy is the most wealthiest. Don't compare salaries. Last thing you want to do is comparing salaries. See, there is a law of karma. Now I put a little spirituality to this. There is a law of karma, which says if you do good, you get good. Somebody is getting paid 2 lakhs because his bad karma is so bad that he has to maintain 3 cancer patients in the house. You know what I'm saying? Don't compare with him because you'll also get those patients. People get paid, people go through different pay scales, people have, everything is planned in. What you are going to get extra price is also planned up there, according to your karma. Don't compare that. Don't compare that. If you compare, you'll suffer. In your situation, yeah, I want to grow, I want my salary to grow, I want everything to grow. But are you working towards it? Do you improve your skills, improve your interpersonal skills, tell your boss how much you have charged up to take up the next role, show that you're enthusiastic, you'll grow, guys, you'll grow. You'll grow. Instead of just comparing pace. Right? I'm not doing this session because appraisals are coming. Sometimes when you speak anything nice, they say, the elections are coming, you speak. No. It can be done anytime. Right? But I felt we all should be prepared to grow in our career, making the right decisions. And we are here to assist you. When you go through a difficult time, yeah, you only speak of delivery issues with power, you can also go and speak of personal aspirations. I'm there in that room, just walk in and say, I want to discuss something. This is what is going on. We may not be able to solve all problems you have on the floor, but we'll hear you out. And we'll tell you how important the problem is. That should not lead you to take a drastic step. Drastic step. People are too impulsive these days, very impulsive these days. Because you want to be the best in the society. Right? You want to be the best person in society. But that will never happen, guys. The society will never spare you. There's the old song, Kuch to log kahenge, logon ka kaam hai kehna. Everybody follow this? किसी को मालूम है नेक्स्ट लाइन क्या है? मालूम है? सुना भी ये सॉन्ग नहीं सुना? छोड़ो बेकार की बातों में कहीं बीत न जाए रहना. हिंदी रानू वाले चेतल लेपन. People will tell 100 kinds of things. But in all that gossip, you should not lose the quality of life. You should not lose the quality of the current moment. Okay? So I'm stopping it here. I'll ask Pawan to say some closing words, and then let's have an open Q&A. What you felt? Was it helpful today?